You entered this bush together, but you did not walk with the same heart.
I will walk with a clean heart.
A path is a path. Only fools fear the road.
They say two children can sleep under the same roof, eat from the same pot, and still live in completely different worlds. This was the story of Sadiq and Kunle. From the outside, they looked the same age, same height, same home. But inside, their spirits were strangers. They lived in a small mud house at the edge of Ayanfe village, under the care of an old woman known as Mama Adesua. The roof leaked when the rains fell, the walls were cracked with age, yet inside that humble house lived two hearts moving in opposite directions. Sadiq was quiet and gentle. He spoke only when necessary, and when elders spoke, he listened. If a neighbor needed help, Sadiq was there before they finished asking. He believed kindness was strength and respect was power. Kunle was different. His laughter was loud, his words sharp, and his pride heavy. He mocked younger children, insulted elders, and believed that fear was the same as respect. Where Sadiq healed with words, Kunle wounded with his tongue. Mama Adesua loved them both. She fed them equally, clothed them equally, and prayed for them every night. But her heart grew heavy as Kunle's behavior worsened. One afternoon, Kunle insulted an old man who had fallen by the roadside. Sadiq ran to help the man while Kunle laughed. When Mama Adesua heard what had happened, she sat quietly that night, deep in thought. Before dawn, she called the boys to sit before her. Tomorrow, she said calmly, you will go into the deep village bush to fetch firewood. Not the farm bush, not the path children play on, the deep bush. You will go together and you will return together. Kunle smiled with excitement. Sadiq felt uneasy, but he nodded respectfully. At sunrise, they entered the forest. The trees were tall and ancient. Sunlight barely touched the ground. Birds grew silent as they passed. The air felt heavy, watching. Sadiq walked softly, greeting the forest under his breath, as his grandmother once taught him. Kunle walked ahead, shouting, cutting branches, throwing stones. Suddenly, the forest went silent. A voice rose, not loud, but powerful. Who enters my bush without respect? From behind a massive Iroko tree appeared an old woman. Her skin looked like dry earth. Her eyes glowed faintly. She leaned on a carved staff older than memory. Sadiq fell to his knees immediately. Forgive us, grandmother, he said gently. We came only to fetch firewood. Kunle scoffed. Old woman, stop frightening us. This bush belongs to the village. The spirit studied them both. You live in the same house, she said, yet your hearts are far apart. Today, the forest will judge you. She struck the ground with her staff. Two paths appeared. Each of you will walk one path, she said. At the end, you will receive a gift. But note this, your attitude will decide what the gift becomes. Then she vanished. Kunle laughed and rushed down the wider path. Sadiq chose the quiet one. Along Sadiq's path, challenges appeared. A thorn bush blocked the way. He cleared it gently. A trapped bird cried. He freed it. A thirsty animal collapsed. He shared his water. The forest seemed to breathe easier with him. At the end of the path, Sadiq found a small clay pot glowing softly. He lifted it carefully and whispered thanks. Kunle's path was easy. He broke branches, he chased animals, he laughed loudly. When he found his clay pot, it shone brightly. Luck favors the bold, he said, grabbing it greedily. When both boys returned home, Mama Adesua asked them to open their gifts. Sadiq opened his pot. Fresh food spilled out. Clean water flowed. Warm light filled the room. Kunle opened his pot. It shook violently. Snakes, insects, and thorns poured out, biting and stinging him. A voice echoed through the night. The forest only reflects the heart that enters it. From that day forward, Sadiq walked with wisdom and favor. Kunle carried the scars of his pride. Because destiny does not begin in the bush, it begins in the heart. And even when children live in the same room, their spirits choose different rewards.